Right, what we got today? Let me tell you. At about 11:30, we've got Ian Lawson from the Alpha Party. A few contentious things going on. I want to get answered or asked at least from Ian. I've interviewed Ian before. He's a very versatile, able guy. And we've got Peter Buckley later on to back on Peter. Peter's always good for that as well. Later on in the show after Ian. There's lots of good music, there's lots of, well, I was going to say there's a lot of news to review in the papers, but it's shockingly bad. I'll tell you why in a minute. What have I got? Yeah, let's get some music to kiss off, will we? This is Girl School, Place with the Devil.
Insane. That music's not really my cup of tea. You have to turn that down a bit. Because if I've got to listen to this because he's going on the radio, I need to make sure that I'm listening to the chat. I mean, chats with Nats, keep Nats, chats with keep Nats is a hanging and that, know what I mean? But if he's going on the radio to talk, I like to hear what he's got to say, because he might have to say something about it, because we monitor all this stuff, you know what I mean? This is occupied Scotland, this is the North Britain, Northerly outpost here. All damn Scotland's molten. We monitor it. You need to monitor it for them. That's what happens. That music's fucking terrible, but pardon me. I know I can just call you Harry, I know, but I know we're not on to it. You don't forget Harry. Aye. I'm not copying here. You're not getting this. Have you see this technology, malarkey? Right? It's picked up things. You know what you're saying. You know, the secrets are in that, know what I mean?
Company needs to get this contract, and he's behind it. He's having with them ministers. When he was in power, he could be audited, now he's doing it himself. And now he's saying, I didn't break any rules. Well, if you didn't break any rules, mate, we need to make new rules. Because David Cameron has broken silence to concede that it was a mistake to lobby ministers informally on behalf of the financier Lex Greenhill. The former Prime Minister insisted, however, that he has not broken any rules. He said that the value of the shares still collapsed was nowhere near the figure of 30 million and 60 million that have been reported. He said that he had very little to do with Greenhill Welling number 10. I met him only twice when Prime Minister, despite the financier described himself as a senior advisor. The former Conservative leader began working for the firm in 2018. It emerged last month that he had directly lobbied Rishi Sunak.
Talking about, that's terrible the way they're talking about the grandfather of the nation. Terrible, absolutely terrible. How can they talk about him?
That's what I like. Future of the United Kingdom is in peril. Repeats the times. Unless Boris Johnson abandons muscular unionism.
Right, we know.
This is hard money stuff, you know. You'll get it, because I'm telling you.
Oh, we know.
According to the former senior official who engineered Brexit, Philip Rycroft, remember him, permanent secretary, obviously, the Department of Brexit, the European Union, until 2019 said that the British state period all policies was fueling support for Scottish independence and Irish reunification. I don't think it's just it's a century of dissatisfaction with, and longer, of being in a union with a neighbour. Rycroft now is professor at Cambridge University, has co-written a paper entitled Union at the Crossroads, Can the British State Handle the Challenges of Devolution? Well, if not, they could. The internal market bill, railroad evolution. let's knock it over. We'll take control. That's what they're trying to do. But he says the warnings were made after it was reported yesterday that senior
Carried on media on that, didn't he? Did you see that it says carried on media on that? Carried on media?
Possible to sustain
Carried on media on there and carried on radio, no? That's him.
job losses.
Maybe get try and get a job behind to get independent.
Going it
He sounds alright, this boy.
We're not going it alone. We are, but we'll be joined back in the European Union or EFTA, whatever we want. We'll be joining the world. We will not be alone. People in Scotland vote for a party saying when the time is right, there should be an independence referendum. You cannot stand in the way of that. And I think that is what will happen. Polls show Scottish support for the
we know, never mind in polls, we know.
Suggest that nationalists and unionists are 50-50. Other polls have supported.
We keep lying about the polls, saying that they're not as good as what they actually are.
Cambridge research
Trying
draws
to make them, but
closer.
I'm not taking notice of it. I mean, they're funning it over tricks, Baroness. Harry, they're funning it over tricks.
So it looks like
what is it? Once bitten, twice shy, as they say, you know what I mean? They've learned for 2014. You know what a generation is in terms of political livelihoods and that. 7 years as a generation. It's in the Northern Ireland agreement, you know what I mean? So they know they've worked it out. So 2021 they know if they get a majority, a super majority, a super majority, jump through super majority. They're going to get a referendum and the majority of them are going to vote to be independent, you know? I bought a house up here. I bought a house up here.
Brendan Rodgers said
I'm independent, I'm never up here fucking night, man.
tried to install the club.
Oh, you're here? Oh, you're getting the Lord's but how will that go? You're screwed. You're screwed.
England squad for the Euros.
You'll not be looking back here. You're fucked, you know. I'm alright, I'm just a journal. You know what I mean? So I can get London here and take a job and say, listen, I know we've talked about all the years, but it's just how it goes. Nah, I've got stuff, man.
I can't get away from rubbish. That's all.
Aye.
Held on.
Don't worry about the damage done. Just let those words roll off your tongue.
It's a good thing. It's a good job I got in touch. No, when I come up here, I'm not into the meeting.
If you really don't mean it, I don't. If you need a little buzz to get you there,
Aye.
then maybe I'm fine. Couldn't you say you do?
I got in touch with Nori. He wasn't go away, you know what I mean? He's like, you're a unionist. And I'm like, listen, I'm on the fence, I'll tell you the truth. Right? But I don't touch him. Right? And the guy's still doing there. If the amounts and that's all, but double standards, duplicity and that, you know what I mean? It's how we go. But if they get independence, I'm going to move up here. Try and get a sideline, you know what I mean? Get a permanent deal on that, you know what I mean? I'll see if Simon Bridges, the street guy, will take me on full time. A wee bit of work in between, you know what I mean? See how it goes. Well, if it's independent, you know what I mean? They'll make a success of it, you know what? And this is the thing. Brexit's screwed in there. The motherland, the imperial, you know what I mean? It's screwed, and then Prince Philip dying, it's pure fascism, you know what I mean? Wall-to-wall coverage and that, they've done the overkill bit, and it's turning full time. Their dream's definitely dying in there, and the dream just hasn't died up here, and it's closer to reality. Aye. Aye, Harry. There's wee dog, you know.
He knows he's getting hacked. What's that? He knows he's at the fucking door. Ring another revolving door, straight back onto Fiddler pitch on his face. Buff, bang, there he goes. It's him. Nice. Fuck. I mean, typical. Shot his bolt too soon. Boom.
Go Salter, broadcasting to you from occupied Scotland.
Easter slump and supply chain fears. Shoppers, diners, and pub goers are asked to behave responsibly in England. As they take the step out of the third national lockdown day. In the national public centre, UK government wanted to republish it in full. Well, to be honest, top Tories wanting to the pandemic. Yes.
That Homespring H2O. What are you drinking? Homespring H2O, I said. No.
That'll work, I think. And of course, this is a great hot story. Grand National. National champion Rachel McNamara romping away
First woman.
with the Grand National.
Made history, first woman. Not a horse died, I think they'll have to get you for
First time I think that a woman lucky has. I think. I'm not sure. And farmer's daughter. This is one of the £50 million deal.
What's wrong?
Make a film.
Should be free.
Really good.
Except the tigers.
Right, so let's have a bit of music and get our first guest on. Who have we got?
Especially down the street. Yeah, didn't they?
It's not Diabold, he's just.
Thank you.
It's a lovely day, things are going well. Try to put some music on and it doesn't work. Right, here we go. I think because it's a hot day, a nice summer's day, Sunshine.
You're getting this Ian boy on.
What do we think?
What's this Ian boy's name? Peak Nat. This is mere chats with Peak Nats. It's just a different format. Harry. We need better. They'll shave. You get a shave before the show later on. I Cinnamon was saying that he's talking to John White on Wednesday. Him and JB. Doing a podcast with John White. She's the boy that's pure slate at Boris Johnson and pure slate at the Union. And he's got that John White on. Got him. He's good, the boy. Oh, he's slate at Boris Johnson. Aye. Slate at Brexit. Slate at Dominic Cummings and all, I think at one point. Slate at all the Union. Slate at everything. Accurately. Used it well. Used it well, so he did. It was really stirring, you know what I mean? Got him all stirred up here. Me stirred up, I was watching it, you know what I mean? Got me stirred up. I'm like, sorry Harry, I know you don't like it. What's that Proclaimer song? You like the Proclaimers? Aye. 500 miles and all that. Aye. We've got a couple of good songs, to be fair. If we had to say that they're going to support Alba for their second vote, you know what I mean, which was controversial. If Alba get their way here, you know what I mean, and the case is, if they get votes, well, in this supermajority,
And the push for independence will be unstoppable. Aye, man. Aye. We've tried to put the two biggest identities in Scottish politics for independence against one another. We're trying to set it all up. We're trying to make it so that that collapses it, and it's ended up making it stronger. Didn't know what we were doing, obviously. And I think it's time that they came together. They know that the 77's in about them. They keep on mentioning the 77s, you know what I mean? They know that they're there. They know they're getting help for the state. But they're getting stronger. Scotland are getting more belief. Gallus is the way you put it, you know what I mean? Got to be independent, isn't it? That's the way it goes, Terry. You need to deal with that. Me dog's getting out at the right time. Me dog's getting out at the right time. But I see Lawson boy coming on the Lawson sausages. Hope he's not a sausage. Come on, the Gypsy Travellers call people sausages. Nobody really knows what it means. Allegedly. But we know everything.
That's feeling as well. It's a kind of juxtaposition you saw. Of course, it was the Proclaimers. Proclaimers, Proclaimers are part of Alabama, and so is this man. On the line is Lawson. Good morning, Ian. How are you doing, mate?
I'm very well, thanks. Very nice to talk to you. A lovely sunny day here in Basel.
It's lovely and sunny here in the hills of Lanarkshire, because this is Hamilton, of course. I'm in the garage here in this broadcast, but the sun's over there. I can see it, and it looks warm over there.
It's lovely behind glass.
That'll keep you nice and toasty. Well, good morning, Ed. Now you're part of this new political group, Alaba. Just came on the scene a couple of weeks ago. Poland suggests that they're there, then they're not there, then they're back again. It's a funny old system we're working here. Come in. First of all, what attracted you to the Alaba Party?
Well, in line with a number of other keen bloggers, we've been calling for something like Alba for a long number of months in advance. I mean, Brazil story, you know.
ISP, we're going to do it.
The Labour Party left me. That's very much the case for the SNP as well. You have been unlike disillusion with the SNP over a fairly extended period. I mean, I thought Nicola's behaviour and the behaviour of the Scottish Government in relation to the harassment committee and the blocking, the very undemocratic behaviour of the Scottish Government and conjunction with the Crown Office. I saw that as a very dangerous thing to allow to happen in Scotland. I think you have justice and you don't have justice. And I think the evidence is we don't have justice in Scotland.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the time when that was on, we had the ISP and we had the Action for Independence parties. None of them hit your whistle. Did you not think, there's an alternative?
No, I was always very neutral toward them, and I tried to give them, some access to my blog from time to time. But I made pretty clear at the same time that I didn't think they were going to be able to put together the sort of campaign that they do require to meet the threshold, and to start winning seats. I know when you must understand just how enormously difficult it is to start a new political party, and even more difficult when you've only got a matter of weeks to do it. Having said that, I think Alba's well on the way. I think it's well organised. I think it's got the right leader without any question, and it's making ground now. A lot of people are thinking, we'll just start this party and we'll jump to 20% of the polls. That's how we go. I'll just remind you that when I first joined the SNP in the mid-1990s, it was at 12%, and it had been operating for somewhat 60 years, 50 years at that point, you know. So, you know, let's keep everything in
I think that boy needs to clear his throat.
I'm confident that Albert will do well enough to win at least one seat in every region, and I'm hoping for more than that. And if they do achieve that, that will be a remarkable achievement. But Scotland's ready. Scotland's definitely ready for a pro-independence party. We've been missing one now for a number of years. So it's really quite good news to have them back in the field.
Now, Ian, would you have joined the party if there was no Alex Salmond? If he wasn't there?
Probably not. I mean, I said not that long ago I would never join another political party. But, you know, and I was quite happy not being a member of any political party. But I thought, you know, if Alex willing after all he's been playing, you know, to make this great effort, then it'd be remiss of me to sit in the sidelines and just cheer him on. I thought I had to do more than that. And that was the motivation for me to join.
So, is it now the Alex Salmond party more than anything else? Because without him, it would be nothing.
No, I think that's completely unfair. There's an awful lot of very, very good people joined Alba. I mean, Alex definitely the leader. And, you know, I mean, most parties would give their IT to have a leader like Alex Salmond. So I find it quite amusing that some people try to criticise him for being the leader. You know, but I mean, you look at the quality of the candidates that Alba been able to face. And I mean, you're talking about quite remarkable progress here. I mean, this is a party that's barely 2 weeks old.
This is Tweet Street, satirical saltire, broadcasting to you from occupied Scotland.
Right to the end, and then they can ladies, lovers in the day for time. I hope this track no bare naked, because that would just put me off my tea. Bartley, how you doing, mate?
I'm very well, Norrie. I'm very well. How are you? Hi, listeners. How you all doing? Hope everybody's well at home.
Aye, nice and fair. Right, we just got Ian Lawson. He was on before you.
I was listening, mate.
You heard the interview. Was there anything there that would entice you to vote for Alaba?
I mean, there's a lot there. There was a lot there that he said, a lot of positive things. I mean, I was sitting with my wife listening to it, Norrie, and my wife says, well, I would give them a second go just on some of the things that they said. But then towards the end, when he was asked about independence, she felt that the answers weren't as readily available. I know that they've not launched their manifesto yet, and maybe they're trying to keep things under wraps until that make the launch seem a wee bit more. I mean, I agree with the points that he raised about democracy deniers not allowing true democracy. I mean, I think it's unfair, and we spoke about this previously, Norrie, about the media and how the coverage that we receive is not to the mood of the people of Scotland.
Scottish opinion is not reflected.
It's very apparent. I mean, I don't know if you watched that where they had the phone in, and they were supposed to be equally represented, and the new Scottish hero Colin gets through and gave his true opinion of the empire and what have you. And I mean, Scotland, that was the loudest Scotland has ever been. It was registered on the Richter scale. Everybody shouted, yes, Colin, at the same time. You know, it's as if we'd qualified. Not as if we'd qualified, it's as if we'd won the Euros, mate, when Colin come on. You know what I mean? So, and it goes to show that when somebody actually gets through and says that, then the reaction that they get within Scotland, it shows the true representation of Scotland isn't getting through.
Correct. You're absolutely bang on, of course, Peter. Now, the thing about some of the questions I asked Ian, particularly on what's your vision, Ian, on an independent Scotland? He wasn't keen to get onto the positive look, and I felt that Ian went back into being negative about the SNP quite a lot. But you know, when you're on the air and I'm asking questions, it's really, really difficult. You tend to default to what you're comfortable saying. But in terms of a future with Alaba, we don't really know what we're going to get, do we? Apart from the fact that there's going to be a thorn in the side of Nicola Sturgeon and push independence on, which for a lot of people, that's an attractive proposition.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Those were the points I was agreeing with Ian previously. And my wife was the same, Nori. I mean, we are independence-seeking people. We have been dragged along. We have been lied to. And it's hard to keep positivity against somebody that you feel hasn't had your best interests at heart. And that's the thing. I mean, I've said to you previously, no on a broadcast anywhere, just we've chatted, that I try to remain positive to all pro-indie outlets, all pro-indie ventures, and not attack these people because they are pro-indie. They might not be my flavour of pro-indie, but they're pro-indie people. At the end of the day, all us pro-indie folks, excuse me, like being on a march. When it's on a march, there's somebody that you're not really keen to stand beside. You can have a march ahead, and there's somebody that you will be keen to stand aside. We don't agree on every single point. We never have. But we agree that Scotland's benefit has been taken away from it. The internal market bill is a danger to every one of us.
Oh, aye.
We've got parties that are. I mean, I'm going to be honest here with my political leanings. No, I've never been a member of a political party because they all lie, right? I've lent my vote to political parties because they're the closest thing to what I see as being acceptable for me, my family, right? And I think a lot of people are the same. A lot of true working class people are the same. And it's a case of, we'll go out, we'll do a shift, we'll work hard, we'll come home, we'll try and enjoy it. But now you can't, you're struggling to live. You're talking about, you were talking about, excuse me again, you were talking about to Ian about the percentage of poverty and the percentage of this and the percentage of that. And Ian's points that he raised back, and I thought they were valid, to be honest, Nori, was that, yeah, okay, the situation with the, was it Stonewall Scotland and the LGBT youth Scotland? Why is it taking centre stage when we do have all these issues then? And that's the counter. It's a case of, right, okay, if it is such a minor thing, then why is it taking centre stage when we've got all of these issues that your responses were about? I mean, poverty and this and that and the next thing. But it's a case of what is the option then? What do we do?
Right. You asked your question. Why has it become centre stage? Because the Alba Party went across and said things we don't like about SNP are the hate crime bill and the GRA thing. So they've stirred us up as a potential difference between them and SNP, which is legitimate. And now what's happened is, now that's out there, SNP people are coming back saying you're telling lies, peddling disinformation, there's big stushy. The Alba people are coming back and saying we're wanting to get everybody equal, not just a certain section. And before you know it, on Twitter, it's gone mad. But here's the thing, Peter. Twitter isn't a real, isn't a good picture of what's really happening on the ground. This debate on GRA is small. It affects, when you're in your house and you can't pay your mortgage and you're absolutely feared that you're going to be repossessed, the last thing in your mind is the GRA debate. That's not what we're talking about. We want people to come together in poverty, come together in austerity, and say we don't want any more of this. We need to raise the bar, Peter.
Yes.
We don't need to be at this kind of level.
No, I mean, we need to start thinking independently if we want to be an independent nation, and that's the thing, and that's putting things in place. Again, I agreed with Ian's points that there's been mandates there that have gone unused. There's been carrot dangling. There's no official fixed date for a referendum. So I mean, these are all things that when you've had concerns about previously, you can see that independence would potentially solve all of these issues. Not Murray. It's a case of like, well, does independence override that we do that, and we then address all of the issues that are caused by being in the union, or we fix those issues, then get independence. And some people differ on that respect, and that's the thing. It's some people see that independence is the answer to those problems that we've got.
Well, aren't we going down the same route as Brexit? People want answers to everything. And we're in danger if we don't furnish them with details. They'll say, it's just a Brexit thing. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to change.
But do we not have all the details already? Do we not have all the details in the lead up to 2014? Did we not then gain more details and more information that supported our cause to be an independent nation? So we had a stockpile. We've added to that. It's all information, and it's all we're able to muster as individuals, because due to the blackouts with media, due to having to search for certain pieces of information on reliable sites, because the information that you get reported here. So you've got to do all, you've got to work through all of that, and some people do, and they look at all the policies and all the marks of the policy to see what that policy consists of, and its good points and its bad points. And sometimes, but when you examine it at that level, you can find concerns that could be valid, but they end up, if they're not addressed, they're not approached in the right way, become offensive, and that's where that starts, and it then takes over basic issues like food, fuel, poverty, worrying about how you're going to pay your bills, etc.
Saying that Nicola Sturgeon said it's about a mandate and all the rest of it, how long did it take Alex Salmond to get his referendum?
He done
7.5 years.
He done it in his first mandate, and that's the thing. Again, I'm of the opinion that, right, well, we're entitled to be an independent nation, and all of these. Well, the People's AS30 is another instance where the disappointment is that there's been no support from the Scottish government, the Scottish people, and that's another thing. You've got all of these things that add up to make a snowball effect, Nori, and it's hard to ignore when you seem to be, well, everybody else is being disregarded for this one issue, and that's what a lot of people find hard to ignore. It's like, well, where's the fairness in that?
Exactly. I'm just making the point, Peter. I don't think Nicola Sturgeon's been. First of all, I think she's been uber cautious. She's been trying to dot the I's and cross the T's. She's also had one eye on the tiller of the pandemic catastrophe. But even at that,
it's a great pandemic.
No, I would have said, look, you can still do two things. You can multitask. You can get Keith Brown into the spotlight. Mind you, I don't think he's that great, but you need to get somebody. Maybe Mike Russell should have done it more. Maybe he will, because he's stepping down from Parliament. Get them frontline campaign, on you go, tell the people, get around the place, wherever you can, online as much as you can. I think, this is just me, I think the SNP is too managerial. It's Nicola Sturgeon everywhere. Every bloody where. Even when she's tired, it's Jean Freeman, trusty right hand, or John Swinney. It's never anyone else.
It's no diverse enough.
Managerial.
It's no diverse enough, though, and that's another thing that people are seeing. It's a case of, right, it's no diverse enough. And you had mentioned, Ian, about the Alex Salmond part. Is it? They were one of the words that you used, but hinted that was that one man show type thing. And it's the same as the SM. It appears to be the same as the SNP with Nicola Sturgeon. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the T-shirts, Nori.
I did.
Right. So again, try and laugh at these things. As I say, I try not to attack independence, any pro-independence. I have my concerns about certain things. I mean, that was why I started Tweet Street. I mean, it was a case of, right, well, I was concerned enough to kind of my face out there and go, right, well, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it in a satirical way to kind of highlight news as I see it being reported, even though that's not the way it gets reported. I mean, reads that, well, no, how do they interpret it behind the scenes, you know? And that's how I try and do the Tweet Street way characters within it, you know. So
Aye. What's one? Adam. What's it? Adam's Bolton.
Oh, damn, Scotland's Bolton.
That should be in a t-shirt, Peter.
What?
That should be in a t-shirt.
It should be in a t-shirt. Well, funny you should mention "Oh Damn Scotland's Bolton," Nori, because I'm sitting here dressed as "Oh Damn Scotland's Bolton," the canny Scotland News and the Big Line News, and I'm recording this conversation via Zoom as well, and I'm going to feed back to the Imperial Masters. But I just wanted to say, it's Julianne Stark's birthday yesterday. Julianne Stark from.
What's this about?
She's from North Carolina in the USA, right, Julianne Stark, and she posted on Twitter. She just says, "It's my birthday today. I'm 60, I'm disabled and can't work outside the home. My husband abandoned me on Friday. Although no one reads my tweets, I just need this to be on the record." Now, she's now got 14,900 likes and 903 retweets, 2,468 comments. And my comment, "Oh Damn Scotland's Bolton's" comment for the Canny Scotland News and the Big Line News, because they're international, and that says, "What a rubbish gift, and ruined the surprise by giving it to you early. I hope you get a better one for your 61st. It's Julianne Stark. Tune in to Caledon Radio from 11 a.m. to Nori Hunter. I'll mention you and I'll put it on the record. Happy birthday from all at Tweet Street, Occupied Scotland, satirical satire." So that's what that's all about, Nori, you know.
Right. Now, what on earth was the man thinking of? Leaving his poor wife in that state.
I don't know. And I was. It's one of those ones where, Nori, I normally just comment on a post rather than going in and reading the comments, and sometimes it doesn't work out for you. So I've went in and read some of the comments, and they were all that, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear this," and I'm like, "Oh, I'll do it." I was in the studio. I say in the studio. I was in the Wayne's bedroom, doing a sketch for this week's podcast, and I just replied as "Oh Damn Scotland Bolton," as I thought "Oh Damn Scotland Bolton" would in his character, and so that's what that's all about, mate.
Oh well, Peter, tell us a bit more. Where can we hear Tweet Street, and how do we get in contact with you?
Well, we are contactable. We're on Twitter at StreetOc1. Follow us there. We've got a YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. It's Tweet Street Occupied Scotland. And you can contact us by email at the moment. We're trying to get a website set up. You can contact us at email. It's tweetstreetscotland13@gmail.com. The podcast will be posting links to the podcast, Nori, on Twitter. Try to update people. We've been doing politics specials. We've got viral commenters, and we're looking for guests to come on just to give their voice on their opinion of Scottish independence. Basically, anybody that's pro-independence.
The Green candidate, she was fun.
No, we didn't have a Green candidate yet. We had an independent.
Oh, she's independent.
Yeah,
right.
Laura Marshall.
I think
Yes.
that's the one. She was good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Great sport, and the thing is, I need to say thanks to everybody that's came on. As the weeks have gone past, the show's progressed a wee bit. At first, it was just chat between myself and you, and then there was sketches cut in. Now there's actual characters interacting with the guests. So it's moved on a wee bit, and we've tried to make some improvements. So it's there. It's my interpretation of being stuck in this union. You know.
It's brilliant. I love the way you put the voices on the characters, the play with words. Some of the guests are really interesting as well.
Aye.
I like it. It's good. Tweet Street.
Yes.
Yeah, listen, mate, thanks for coming on. We're going to have to move on. Time's going to beat us again. Always good to hear your points of view. And look after yourself, man.
Aye, you too, Nori. Give my best to your family, and all the best to all the listeners out there. Thanks very much, Nori, for having us on again, mate. Have a nice day, buddy.
Cheers, Peter. Absolute pleasure, man.
Right, take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers, all right. That's Peter Park. They can drink mine.